Good afternoon and welcome to the 2024 Wheelchair Championship hosted by Curl Moose Jaw. We are down to the final round robin games in the notorious city of Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. I'm Danielle Szynski and will be your commentator, and joining me this afternoon is two-time Brier participant Rod Montgomery.
Hi Danielle, thanks for having me.
In this morning's live stream action, it was an excellent game for New Brunswick that was able to win the rock placement battle and a game with a series of unfortunate events for Saskatchewan too. New Brunswick was able to steal in 4 ends and found themselves in the win column with a 7-1 win over Saskatchewan 2. Other results from the this afternoon's draw, or this morning's draw, it was a very important game for both Newfoundland and Labrador and Manitoba. Manitoba was able to steal 1 point in the 4th and the 5th ends, and Newfoundland Labrador was able to steal 3 in the 7th to take a 6-5 lead going into the 8th. Manitoba was able to get their 2 counters in the 8th in position with 1 Newfoundland rock stone left to come, and unfortunately for Newfoundland and Labrador, the run back attempt was not successful. And fortunately for Manitoba, they were able to get a critical 7-6 win over Newfoundland and Labrador. Ontario 1 had a task at hand to try and get a win and stay in playoff contention, but Alberta 2 had other plans and had a very decisive 8-1 win over Ontario 1. British Columbia also had a very important task at hand to stay in the playoff hunt and made no mistake as they won 8-4 over Quebec. And Alberta 1 was on a mission to hand Saskatchewan 1 another loss. Steals of 1 in the 6th and 7th was the difference there, as Alberta 1 defeated Saskatchewan 1 5-4. And our feature draw this afternoon, we have a rematch of the Ontario Wheelchair Championship final, as Ontario 1 sitting at 5-4 taking on Ontario 2, who is sitting at 3-6. So let us introduce you to the teams.
For Team Ontario 1, we have skip Doug Morris, vice skip Reed Mulligan, second Carl Allen, lead Martha Gustafson, and coach Bruce Gorslin. On Team Ontario 2, we have skip Chris Reese, vice skip Shauna Petrie, second Jeff Harris, lead Ken Gregory, coached by Graham McCarroll, and they have alternate Dave Crook.
14 and a half.
So 14 and a half, that's a nice start for time-wise to get the game going here for draw weight.
Yeah, it sure is, and you'd mentioned earlier that we got a foot of snow last night, and the conditions earlier today were a little bit heavier, so it's nice to see that the ice makers were able to get it bounced back and get the conditions back to what they were.
So Ontario 1 was able, or Ontario 2, my apologies, was able to win the LSD. So Ontario 1 was getting us going here.
Yeah, and we had the opportunity, Danielle, on the Tuesday night to watch Ontario 2 here play on this exact same sheet. So
yeah,
it will be interesting to see. They had some on some of those outside in shots. Just a little trouble on some of those, so we'll see if they've adapted and what it looks like today. Off to a good start here, though. They've got the corner guard and one partially buried, I guess, edge on edge with that corner guard. So with the hammer, not a bad spot to be in.
Okay, 14 and a half.
I thought the game that I caught with you on Tuesday, that Ken had really, Gregory had really good command of his draw weight. Thought after the first end, he really outplayed the lead for Team Alberta that game.
absolutely. He really did win that rock placement battle and played really well.
Oh, he's got a nice looking shot here. At least the line looks really good. He's going to get by that guard by more than enough. So, a little heavy. A little more, but still got 2 rocks in and around that corner guard.
9.
So it's need to have a shot here.
So as we mentioned, too, rematch of the championship final. These two teams played each other at their provincial playdowns there, and it was Team Morris, Ontario 1, that won both those battles.
Well, no better place to get a little bit of revenge than at the national championship, so it'll be interesting to see how it plays out today.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Ontario throwing Team 1, Ontario 1 throwing a hit here. But that's going to slightly overcurl on him.
It
Might
sure
just
is.
tip. Might get a little. No.
Oh.
Pushes that in behind that other rock on the 12 foot, so
Not sure if it looks like they're still line 2 actually, Ontario.
Yeah, I agree
The
with
14
you.
and a
I
half.
think, I like the call though. Still stay aggressive here. Come around the corner guard. That's a good shot. They can deal with that other one.
Absolutely.
Perhaps later on if they have to.
Absolutely. So we'll try and do our best
Nice
updating
line.
you on other games that are happening, as there's some really important matchups. On sheet A, Quebec sitting at 4-5 is taken on Saskatchewan 1, who is sitting at 7-2, not wanting another loss and tempting fate in a tiebreaker situation. Sheet B has a very critical
Good shot,
game for
Jeff.
both teams, as British Columbia is sitting at 6-3, taking on Manitoba sitting at 7-2. A win for Manitoba puts Manitoba into playoffs, but a win for British Columbia puts them into playoff contention. Sheet C has a provincial battle happening, as Alberta 1 sitting at 3-6 is playing against Alberta 2 sitting at 4-5. And Sheet D, New Brunswick was able to get into the win column this past draw and is sitting at 1-8 up against a 7-2 Newfoundland and Labrador, not wanting to tempt fate as well. And with a bye this draw, Saskatchewan 2 sitting at 3-7.
Yeah, there's some big games going on in the other sheets, so certainly we'll keep our eye on that and update as we go along. We're looking at also this weekend is the U20 playdowns, or U21, I guess, Canadian Nationals. So they're nearing their completion as well, so we'll kind of try to update that a little bit later on as we go along here.
Top 12. Top 12, 14
So
again.
lots of rocks at
Last
play here,
one
which
was
is pretty
15.
exciting to start the first end off, which is great to see.
Yeah, Ontario 1 was a little fortunate there. A little heavy, and were able to come off their one in the top 12 and hit and roll undercover, so it does help them out in that regard right now. So we're looking at this same, this is what happened with Ontario 1 there. Just a little more weight, it ran and clipped off that top red one.
Yeah.
We might have had the same outcome there.
Fortunately for Ontario 2 there, it stays for third
come
shot.
in.
Mm-hmm.
Draw in? Yeah, just draw in.
More rocks you keep around, it's never a bad thing. There is a double off that top red one if it comes to it later on. We had the chance, Danielle, to talk that there is a little bit different criteria sometimes on who can qualify for the wheelchair competition, as there is a variance in the level of disability for some people. It has to be medically cleared to be able to play in the competition. So even though maybe somebody can transition, they still wouldn't be able to throw from the hack. So what I know of the rule, that to
We're
qualify for the chair
15.
curling, you'd have to have medical clearance.
Yeah, and there's different medical clearances when it comes to being world eligible as well too.
Right,
So yeah, if it's something that you're interested in and you're not sure, I mean, definitely check with your curling association and check with your curling club, and hopefully they can set something up for you.
Yeah, and it's
Okay,
it's just a great way to
15,
keep people
14,
involved in the game, and I think
14 and a half, 15.
certainly it's a great opportunity. So if you are thinking about it, it's a great chance. Come out to your local club and give it a try. So Sean is trying to come around here as well. I think if they can get another one on the top 8, top 4 here, it's a chance for a big end because they have hammer.
Absolutely.
This one's going to tick on the guard, so just
Yeah.
maybe a little
Yeah, just a hair
Probably
light
draw
there,
in.
but
Yeah.
You see it?
you know, a good
Yeah.
rock
Okay.
location for her in some ways.
Mhm.
Ontario 1 does have an opportunity here
okay.
to maybe play a little
Oh,
bit
you
of
want me to
a
hit?
angle tap here, but
Yeah,
That's-
Reed Mulligan's looking to make a play on shot rock here. I think
Yeah.
there is a big
10?
enough board here.
there
so,
is
eh?
absolutely.
Don't
Yeah, okay.
blast it.
Put a lot of pressure here on Ontario too.
Yeah, to turn the tables here in a hurry.
I was
now.
thinking I could draw in.
You think you can draw it?
I'll go for the hit.
I can't see how, but
That's one of those ones, I mean, you know, he's thinking draw and Skipper's thinking hit. You really have to buy in as a player and make sure you're committed to whatever it is that you're going to be throwing here.
Yeah.
So,
He knew it right away. He could hit
yeah.
it. Just a little back on his throw, a
Yeah.
little wide of the broom. And that's one thing here, and just having the chance to curl. I'm going to show this here. Till it crosses that center line, sometimes it'll run right up there. So,
Absolutely.
Now that flips the script a little
14
bit
and a
again.
half.
If Ontario 2 can get one up there
Top
again.
12?
Yeah, top 8, top
Just
12.
going back to the game that we did call on the Tuesday night, Ontario stole 5 in that first end and hung on to, or actually ended up losing in an extra end to Alberta. But so you never know how many points you're going to need to win a game, so you have to keep your foot on the gas pedal. Shauna has a real nice looking shot here.
This is looking really good.
Yeah.
Nice
Nice
adjustment
shot.
on her weight.
Yeah,
Does it have the legs to get there? Not quite.
quite. That's a rock they can use, though. Still
Yeah,
got
you could.
Absolutely.
skip rocks to come now, so.
At least block. At least you get here.
Yeah, okay.
Now, Doug
Give it a
Morris,
shot.
we don't know. We'll have to ask the question. There's certainly some famous Morris curlers in Ontario. It'd be interesting to see if he's related. Maybe we can get that at the break.
Just a
Ask the
draw.
question.
Do you like that ice?
I think so.
It's nice to get a draw timeout here. He's a little bit further out than what we've seen, so see what the path is like.
You know, that early path,
Drawn
we're sitting
behind
there
our red.
hoping around that
I'll go
14,
the other way, you
14
mean?
and a half.
They're shot, but we're second, right beside it.
Good opportunity here.
Yeah, if you can get around that top yellow one, it'll certainly put him in a good spot. His line's good.
Yeah, mine's really nice.
He's got room. He might, if he's a little strong, and doesn't appear to be. I was
No,
going to say he could push that red one up, but
13-2.
I think
So
the
he is
weight
a
was
little
good,
strong,
just
yeah.
maybe less ice.
Yeah, we just needed
But just
less
really
ice.
hung there, which,
Yeah.
yeah.
well, we got a lone yellow one in there, and second, third, and fourth shot belong to Ontario 1. So I think they need to make a shot here.
Absolutely.
If you hit this,
You can get
then they
another
hit.
one in
They're
here.
here.
Yeah.
If you can draw through port and be here.
Let's
or
try that.
I think I like the draw. What do you think, Rod?
Yeah, I think
So as
uh,
I'm wheeling down the ice, that
it's an
Toronto Vulture
opportunity
would like to thank
to
all
make
our
that shot
sponsors
if he's a
that
little
have
heavy.
been instrumental in helping us
Can just
be here today.
off their top, that top red
Some of
one
those
of
sponsors
Ontario
come from
1.
the Toronto
Yeah.
Still get
Yeah.
a chance to get in there and get shots. So
Yeah.
I'd like to give a
gives
little
them some
shout out to them.
options.
Do you like going through the port?
That looks good.
Yeah, good call here.
Yeah, no, I really like this, Danielle.
14?
Yeah.
So the call's 14 for T. So I think he can be probably if there's a way to miss this shot, maybe he can be a little heavy because you could rub off that top red and you're certainly going to roll undercover, and that wouldn't be a bad thing. If you hit the hole right, you go on to that back red one.
Absolutely. Mine might be a little snug here.
Yeah.
No, it's curling now.
Well, he's going to be on that top yellow one.
Which is at
That's
least
pretty good
it's
weight.
his
Yeah.
rock. 12-8.
12-8. Well, he's got chance.
12-8, that
Five.
works,
This
Chris.
could
It's
be
going to be
perfect.
really close.
Really nice.
Oh, what a
Yep.
fantastic
Fantastic
shot.
shots.
And great job keeping that above the tee line there. So
Oh, yeah.
Happier with
Yeah, that's just happy.
that's going to be pretty difficult to get out there.
Yep.
The top one, yeah?
I think their only opportunity here is to tap that red one there. Try to tap it into the pile. And a couple ways you can make this. Certainly you can make it high. If it over curls on you, it's going to come back and come off that back red one and will roll into the pile as well. So I think the big
I
thing
think
here
we'll-
is
Probably about
if you can get a way to
11
hold them to
at
one,
least.
if you make a great shot, you could steal.
that look
here.
good?
11. All right.
So final stone for
Yeah.
Ontario 1 coming down.
Yeah. Hair more ice, you mean? A little more.
Do you see anything else, Danielle? I think this
Little more
really,
ice.
I like this shot here. It's similar path to what he just kind of threw in. And
yeah.
Okay, a little less. Little less.
let's get
Okay.
Doug Morris
You
for
like that?
Ontario 1.
Yeah.
It's a big shot, throwing his out turn tap here.
He definitely got out to the stick on this one here. The question is it going to come back now for him?
he's not going to hit the top one, but he
He
might
might
get,
use the back
he
one.
might get down the back one.
A
He's
plan B might work.
yeah, as long as it stays where it is, I think it's going to overcurl.
Oh, great attempt there. And it looks like Ontario 1 is still shot 2 stones there.
Yeah.
With one more rock to go.
Chris, how do you? You're either trying to.
I'll do the same as last time and try and come in. And
Okay.
if I raise,
You don't think
we
you can
raise.
go run right through the port?
I could throw a little. I'll throw the same weight as last time. Just give me outside of
Is it-
like a little more ice.
Because if you think you can get through that port, you just
I'm
need
gonna
to come
try coming through the port, but I need ice about here.
Okay.
Yeah, he needs to open it up just a hair.
Okay.
Here.
You're not throwing takeout weight then?
No, I'm not throwing takeout weight.
Okay.
You definitely want to confirm. I think both sides need to know what is the plan, what is the weight, and what's the
Yeah.
line here. So it's
Yeah.
yeah.
Honestly, I think the same shot's a good shot at the outcome he had on the last one.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And
I think Shauna's just concerned she doesn't want to be too tight here and have it run straight and then end up knocking the red stone in. So I think that's maybe why she's a little tentative on trying to open up the ice.
yeah.
But
Well, if he throws it the same way, I think we're going to see the same type of outcome as out-turn push here.
yeah,
Well, a chance to get on the board again in the first end. It's not going to be a 5, but a 2 or a 3 is a pretty good number to throw up. So it's always nice to get that early start.
absolutely. So final stone on its way pretty quickly here
think
from
I wanna
Ontario
throw
2,
about a
Chris
13.
Reese.
You know what?
Line looks pretty good.
Yeah,
He's a
that's-
little wider. It's holding the weight better.
Yeah, but
Not bad.
that's going to be really close.
I'd like to see it go through
Is
the
it
hole.
gonna go
I-
through the hole? It's curling up.
Just
Oh.
That's pretty
13-6.
close.
Yeah, just curling up too much.
But good news for Ontario
Okay,
2
that
here.
was-
They
that
get
was 13.
2 in the first end and have a 2-0 lead after one end of play.
Yeah, no, it's a great start. Man.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You can throw the perfect rock and still miss. But it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy. Don't forget your brooms.
You got it.
Come on. Well, what do you got? You got one, you got two, you got...
Just one more throw, please.
You make moments like these possible.
And welcome back. Ontario 2 was able to get their 2 in the first end here. Had a difficult shot. I mean, it was the same shot that he just had to get his 3 points. It wasn't necessarily the easiest, though, either, really, but a great attempt.
No, it wasn't. It's one of those things where I think sometimes you get caught between.
Absolutely.
Am I playing the port or am I going to play the push? And
Yeah.
certainly had to wait for the push again. And the port was there, but I think that was a tougher shot. It was a pretty tight hole. And, but he gave it a go, took his chances and didn't work out, but still a 2-0 lead for Ontario 2. So nice throw by Ken Gregory again to control the front for Ontario 2 and lead Martha Gustafson. Now try to come around that. Martha's left-handed, so this is her in turn. But
This is really running out there, isn't it?
yeah, just got it back on that line. When you're in out like that kind of thing, it's going to run pretty straight. So.
Give you a quick update. Newfoundland and Labrador was able to steal 2 in the first
14.
end against New Brunswick.
Last one was 15.
So 15 there. So yeah, looking for that 14-5 probably to come around.
Yeah, and out turn for Greg or Ken. And Ken's been really, I thought, being able to keep his rocks up in the play and being able to promote them has done a really good job at that. So.
Another update as well too. British Columbia was able to get their 2 in the first end and have a 2-0 lead over
15 as
Manitoba.
well.
Come this way, Martha.
And Alberta 2 was able to steal 3 in the first end against Alberta 1. And Saskatchewan 1 was able to get 2 points in the first end, actually steal 2 points in the first end against Quebec.
Yeah, in a big game, certainly the outcome of those games are very important just for that top 3 seeding. And of course, only the top 3 teams in this event may go on to the playoffs. So some very important games out there today, certainly Saskatchewan, Quebec, and the BC Manitoba.
Once the officials have the LSD rankings completed, we'll let you know how that's going to transpire if there is tiebreakers and the final rankings for the teams as well too.
Jeff, you got a nice hit here.
If Ontario 2 can make this hit stick there, that's a pretty nice control zone area for Ontario 2, isn't it?
It
Nine
sure is. So
seconds.
Jeff Harris here throwing his intern.
Your usual.
And he's throwing a hit at this, so.
So pretty exciting. This is his first year at the Nationals. And for experience-wise, you have Ken and Chris who were actually at the first Wheelchair Nationals. So very fortunate to have that much experience for himself there.
Right.
Good shot, Jeff.
You know, and if we had a chance to talk to Chris and Ken, I'm sure they'd be able to say how, even for wheelchair curling, how the game's changed in that time frame.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I want to get rid of the rock.
Not only the skill set, but just the rule changes as well.
Maybe not.
So chance here for Ontario 1. Were they calling for the hit and roll underneath the corner guard?
I didn't see the call. Nonetheless, to remove that rock's kind of important.
Step 1, yeah.
Yeah, it's a control rock.
He just got a little out there. Is it going to come back for him though?
Yeah.
He's trying really hard, and no, not quite.
On this sheet in the Thursday game, and you've been here a little more, Danielle, but if we're seeing misses, it seems to be on the wide side, so
Yeah.
sometimes just tighten up that ice maybe on those types of shots, because really once that weight comes up, it seems to run fairly straight. Oh, nice chance here for Jeff to push that back or even split these wouldn't be a bad shot. It's got a lot of weight.
It's a good line.
Looks nice, Jeff.
This looks really good. Might be a little warm though, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
not a good
touch
line.
it a little bit.
Yeah.
He's got
12.
bumper.
12, yeah.
What's happening? When you hear tap, you're thinking, like, especially don't think about tapping. You just
Yeah, so Shauna just kind of giving words of encouragement and
Yeah.
trying to understand. I mean, it's a trial and error and a feel sometimes, and it's trying to get that feel right. So Carl was here actually last year at the National Championship with Skip John Thurston.
Oh, good. Well, certainly quality pay. I like the feedback, the talk there, Ontario too, on
That's better.
talking about that,
Or is it?
just that variance there
Yeah.
to make sure,
It is.
bring it down a little bit more on your weight.
Great adjustment here by
Yeah.
Carl Allen.
Yeah.
Great shot.
Nice shot, Carl.
Yep. That's a good shot, and it just gives them control back.
Absolutely.
And Ontario
this
does
out.
have to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
So Sean will
9
throw
and a
her out
half?
turn.
9.5.
Shauna definitely is a great advocate for wheelchair curling and is so excited and passionate about it and trying to spread the word. And she got started by someone asked her at the doctor's office,
Oh.
have you tried? And you know, there's lots of times where you're going to the mall and you see someone in a wheelchair and it's almost like you kind of go up to them and have you tried it?
Yeah,
And so it's great to have promoters like that for the wonderful sport of curling.
it sure is.
Oh, Oh,
shot.
did she roll in there? What a great
She
shot.
Yeah, she's undercover and
Fantastic
got a
shot.
counter.
What a great way to force Ontario 1 here.
Yeah, and it does change now. That corner's they do have a short run back and could maybe still use it, but it does change. Doug's thought is now we have to go around center for sure. Which isn't bad for Ontario too, as they've got the short run back on that center guard if they need to.
Absolutely.
Reed Mulligan throwing his out turn here.
13-8.
Yeah, I think that's
It's going to be
hang
pretty
around.
close.
Yeah, back 8. Oh, it's really
Nice
stuck
shot,
on it,
Reed.
but
Nice shot.
didn't quite get the curl he wanted.
No, they've got some air there, don't they, to roll
Yeah.
under if they want to.
Yeah, either or.
Yeah.
I guess if you want to miss, maybe you're rolling back to the corner, but
I'm more spinny now. So
make sure they're throwing it pretty hard, so throw a normal hit here at it. Not going to hit the center one.
No, and it's just fading back just a hair.
Yeah. Here it just turned over. She's got
Yeah.
a piece of it.
And just stick, not
shot.
quite. 9.5, right on the nose there. Great weight.
Take that.
So chance for Reed to use that information on his first one here and tighten up the ice and trying to get a little bit more under.
Yeah, I like the turn. Watching the last shot draws, there was pretty good curl with the intern here. And I might be maybe thinking about that. Always keep it in the back of my mind and get a little bit better curl, but this one's got a real good chance if it can hold that line.
Seeing as he just
Yeah.
threw it, it's always nice when you can play the same. 14-10,
Yeah,
so he did adjust
absolutely.
his weight too even.
Now that's going to
This
turn
is
up. Yeah,
Great shot. And
Very
it's gonna
nice.
sit.
real nice shot. Yeah.
Just snuck behind the tee line there, but still a great shot. Pressure on Ontario too to make this one.
Yeah, if they can get on top of it and give them a great chance, opportunity to steal. So it looks like they're going to throw weight at it. I thought maybe they might just play down
rock.
to it, but
Yeah,
it's what you feel comfortable with sometimes, right?
absolutely.
You know, if I feel good, hey, I can make this with bumper or board weight, that might be the right shot. I mean, if you can make it go away, that's never a bad thing.
Going to try and throw.
If you move our guard, it wouldn't hurt either.
I think I need more ice.
Good discussion on
That's what I'm
how to
looking
miss
at.
on the pro side.
I'm looking at 13 and a half.
13 and a half?
You know you've played with each other for a while.
Yeah. So 13 and a half, that's just that back 12 kind of weight. Might not kill it, but certainly move it. He's not wide, so he's gonna. If he's got the weight, he's definitely gonna be on it.
Pretty
Be
good.
really close. I'm not sure if he's got the legs to get there.
If it gets
Looks
by.
really
12-5
nice, Chris.
actually.
Really,
Five
really
is
nice.
Really
Oh,
close.
he's got a great
what
shot.
a fantastic shot.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Fantastic shot. And like you said, he knew he wasn't going to kill it, but he got around under that guard there. And
Yeah.
13?
So and we thought he was thinking 13.5 and probably threw a little heavier than.
yeah, 12-5 is what I've got. So yeah, that's
So saved him. being heavy
absolutely,
there, yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
13.
One thing I'm seeing with the way Chris
Something
rolls,
like
and we're
that?
seeing it more and
No,
more, is
left.
he does get curl with his out turns.
Yes.
So I think we're consistently seeing that. I wonder if Doug
What are you
picked
going
up
to throw
on
at
that.
it? 13?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
So same kind of shot. He's thinking the same way. He does have room to make it where he could hit and roll under the corners and still like to.
Yeah.
Has to be perfect though.
Yeah.
If he hits 2/3 of a rock, it's just going to jam on that back red. But if he can hit with the right weight, half or a little less, but his line's tight.
This is moving here already, yeah.
Oh.
you split the guard,
And
that's
a little,
okay.
little soft.
Chip
13.
and roll in would be okay, but he's not going to do that. So opportunity for Ontario 2 to cap that.
Put a little pressure on Ontario 1.
Yeah. They do have a short run back.
Oh, I think my mic
Yep.
is hot.
To get their one by the looks
yeah.
of it.
Yeah, they could still maybe score 2 depending on where this ends up.
Yeah.
But,
Today, possible.
Like 14, you want to sit second shot, right? 1 and 2?
What?
Are we trying to sit 1 and 2? So come.
So 14 and a half?
Like. What's that?
14 and a half?
Yeah, 14 and a half either.
So you don't necessarily have to come in because you might set up a double, but at the same time too, I like putting that little bit of pressure on them. It's yeah.
If they can over curl a little bit to
That's-
the center side,
Yes.
that makes that double a lot harder
Yes.
to get it past that back red one.
He definitely got up to the stick here.
Yeah, but here, this has a little better finish, I think, coming
It does,
in.
yeah.
See, it's starting to work now.
Yeah.
Just has to keep sliding here to get where he wants to be.
Thank you.
At least blocking would be wonderful here.
Yeah, that's a pretty good shot.
That's a really nice shot.
Yeah.
Hey, do you think you could?
Yep.
It's definitely framed for Ontario if they want to attempt that
hole.
hole.
Well, they got the hole or the run back.
Yeah.
I think I got to
red
try.
one.
You know, it's not going to curl much. I'll have to throw some weight at it. About a 10. Okay.
Looks like he's going to try and play the hole here. Yeah, it is. It's framed pretty well here. I think with the way those
Can you,
two
put
yellows
mine back
are,
here, please?
even if he
Thanks.
does end up
That's good. On that,
chipping on that
third.
yellow, he
I think about
should
a-
knock them in.
Yeah,
But you never know if he hits it too thick, though, right? So I think
How's
that's
that?
why I think why you got to throw
10,
that 10 weight,
maybe a little
though.
less.
Yeah. He's
Just a hair
thinking
less.
about throwing the same weight, so
What do you think?
nice work from
Yeah.
the camera crew giving us that shot. See
Well-
what he's looking at.
No,
He really does have almost the identical shot.
it could, but I don't think so.
Hit it
I wanna stay
perfect for
though,
2.
too.
There is a chance, but real tough shot. Doug Morris, final rock and 2, making a play for 2 here. So he's throwing his out turn, trying to throw just through the weight to the hack.
He just got a little out there. Is he gonna
No, that's it.
Nice try.
really good attempt here, but
Oh.
So it is a steal of 1 here for Ontario 2. So Ontario 2 takes a 3-0 lead after 2 ends of play.
The Men of Curling calendar is back for 2024. 18 curling athletes from 4 different nations are raising money for various charities. Support them by purchasing yours today at curlingcares.com.
The sports landscape continues to change, and teams and facilities are under more pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. They need the right team to deliver their product. Look no further than IKS Live. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience across all platforms.
The Men of Curling calendar is more than a date provider. Each edition is packed with beautiful images and tons of curling information too. Support curlers and charity by buying yours today at curlingcares.com.
Some wonderful shots there in that second end, and it was a steal of 1 for Ontario 2 to take a 3-0 lead.
Yeah, it was, and it really all started right off the get-go with Ken Gregory just controlling the end for Ontario 2, and Ontario 1 played chasing him the rest of the way.
Absolutely.
So it ended up steal 1 and so playing up on N3 here with a 3-0 lead. And they seem pretty dialed in, so that's good to see.
Yeah, for Ontario too here now with a 3-0 lead. I think you're on a great rock location there. I think you're going to see more rocks in the house early
come down to that
and then
one.
start guarding afterwards. I mean, this Ontario 2 team is a well-experienced team. The last time they were here at National was actually in 2017. So seeing as Ontario does have playdowns, it can be difficult to come back to National. So it's so they are really excited to be back.
Oh, for sure. And for Ontario 1 here now with a 3-point lead, if they can get a force or a steal again, certainly they'll be looking for that. But Martha's going to throw her intern, one of the left-handers in the group. So this is an intern for her. And it's running a little bit, so weight looks pretty good. But
it's going to be sliding in the house there. Give you a quick update here. British Columbia was able to steal 2 points in the second end and have a 4-0 lead over Manitoba.
Right here.
so Ontario 2 could elect to hit that rock, but they
14
chose just
and a half.
to continue to play to the center. So a little different thought process there maybe, is just they feel comfortable playing, you know, the draw game.
Play to your strengths, and this might be, and as we've seen, I mean, this is definitely, Ken's strength is definitely the draw game, so win those battles that way.
Yeah, and his line's really good here, and if you're doing one thing and you're doing it well, why not stick to it?
Yeah.
If he gets kind of half around this red one, this is going to be a dandy shot.
Absolutely.
Or even just corner freeze to it.
Yeah.
That's still a good shot. Nothing wrong with
that. Edge to edge on that 4-foot rock there, so forces Ontario 1 here to make a play or to come around.
Yeah, Martha's now switching turns, so it gives her a little different look. She's throwing her out. That line looks really good, so it's just if she's got the weight to get there, she'll be all right.
A bit of a softer handle, and it's moving already, so I think her weight actually would have been really good there by the looks of it. Just that softer handle sure makes a difference, and look at just walking here. Yeah, that's too bad for Martha there.
And to push it where they did, that helped out Ontario too. So
it sure did.
Skip Chris
13
Reese
and a half, 14.
Just asking then to let's just bottle it up a little bit more.
Quick update as well too. Saskatchewan 1 was able to force Quebec to 1 point and retain a 2-1 lead over Quebec after 2 ends of play.
Exciting day here for us. Danielle and Moose Jaw Warriors, our junior club. They have a very strong team this year and looking to advance quite a ways in the playoffs. So they're in their very first game of the 2024 playoffs here, and they play Brandon Wheat Kings tonight at 7. So we wish them well. Hope to see them do very well in the playoffs and hopefully make a run for the Memorial Cup this year.
Absolutely. So a bit unfortunate there for Jeff there. His line was really good there, just that 2 feet again, a little heavy, but at the same time too, if you're going to be heavy, that's a great spot to be around there where he is, and not line things up for a double that way. But chance for Carl here to put a red rock right on top of that yellow now.
Well, you don't want to miss this opportunity now because the door is opened up a little bit. So
really nice throw here, nice rotation coming in.
It's coming down now. His weight's definitely there. So
so
might just tip
off.
Yeah, a little unlucky there in the wide third shot.
Oh. Okay. So think guard.
14 and a half.
I like Shauna's
Even
words
15
there.
is okay.
Yeah.
Think guard.
It's okay to be short.
Think guard. And this is a shot where you have to look at that variance. If I'm going to miss, I mean, you don't want to think miss, but if I'm going to miss, I don't want to be heavy.
Absolutely. This looks like a pretty good adjustment by
That's a
Jeff.
good shot, Jeff.
Yeah, real nice looking
That's
shot.
a really nice shot coming in.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Great adjustment.
100%.
Yeah.
That's a great spot.
Yeah.
Another update as well too. Alberta 2 was able to steal.
If you hit it on the inside, you could.
They've got the scoreboard wrong. I'll get
You
back
could
to you
roll
right away
over
here on that one.
and open it up.
Yeah, do the inside because then he can come. If he's
What?
out, he can see hit something.
We got Manitoba and BC.
What do you want to do?
It's like
4-0
Yeah,
for
try the
British
outside, I
Columbia.
guess.
Yeah. Yeah, they were able to get their 2 in the steal
got
another
you.
2 in the second.
You want to do the other side, the other way? Okay.
No, the other side.
Newfoundland and Labrador was able to force New Brunswick to 1, so they still retain a 2-1 lead after 2 ends of play.
So a big shot here from Carl. He's trying to run it back and just hit it a little on the broom side and get a couple of those. He's real lucky. Get it across the face of his back, red one. Nothing else. They've got to move that one in the back of the button. So
absolutely.
This gives them a great opportunity. A lot of rotation on this hit. Close. Might get it across the face. No.
Oh, great attempt there by Carl.
So Shauna's first shot. We have Shauna Petrie throwing her turn. So I think for Shauna, she's got to use her own words of wisdom here, and we don't want to be heavy here. So, just keep making Ontario 1 make a play on those top rocks and leave your shot rock in there. Line's good. Certainly.
Looks a little warm.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it's actually coming down pretty good. No, it does look a little warm, doesn't it?
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Okay, in the pile, not the end of the world.
And it's back enough a little bit there that
Yeah.
they can't use it, but yeah,
Draw
that
in?
same draw is
Yeah.
available for Ontario 1 here.
Yeah. So Reed's going to throw his in turn.
There, so they've updated the scoreboard for me. So Alberta 1 was able to get their 2 in the second end, and Alberta 2 still has a 3-2 advantage over Alberta 1.
So they're playing the third end with last rock now. Alberta 2.
A little heavy.
Little heavy and lots of rotation here. It's kind of running on that same path there.
Yeah. You get your weight up just a little bit. It's gonna stay straight.
And just rolled off her third shot again too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, it's an important shot here for Ontario.
15,
Too,
15
you know, you want it.
16.
Okay.
You just need to get it in
I'll
that
get it
hole.
this time.
There is a double off that back yellow, and I think you could get to that one on the button and move it. You'd have to throw it pretty hard.
yes.
Certainly off that red one, though.
Yeah.
And that might be the option for Ontario 1 when we get to the later rocks.
Her line's looking a little snugger,
Yeah,
which is probably okay.
yeah, she's a little less weight.
Yeah,
so
a little
she's
less
fine.
weight.
That's not going to hurt them up there. That's,
No.
I like that better than playing into the rings.
Yeah.
I don't think they need to be there.
Forces them a little wider here, or to play that that red stone in the 12-foot.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, it's going to
I'll
stay
take
to
that
peel
out.
them off. There was, looking at it, that maybe there is opportunity to push that top red. If they got by the red center guard close, probably could make it.
it almost looks like it's framed pretty well for them,
Yeah.
but this is a good call here to try and open things up. Final third stones already of the third end.
Oh, if you can hit it thin, he might really get some movement, move everything around,
Yeah.
which would be a nice jiggle. Just gonna miss it though.
Oh, and he made that top 12 just a little more difficult now. That
Yeah, unfortunately for them, though, the red one is a little harder to get at if they wanted to push at it.
yeah,
They'd have to throw an intern push at it and get by that corner.
All right, squash 57.
or a double raise on those reds.
So let's see what Chris here has decided to do for his next one.
They were key sponsors.
Chris, I think
in
you need to
helping
come
us
this
win here
way.
today.
No? Okay.
That's okay, Kenny.
Not sure the call here. That looks like a lot of ice just to be throwing a guard. Maybe he's going to be aggressive and come in.
Oh, I like that if he is.
Yeah.
I really like that call. Because that double tap is pretty tough. I mean, it is there for Ontario 1, but I like going in here.
Yeah. Could even be a little heavy and jiggle off red.
Yeah.
But yeah, if he's coming in right on top four, it'd be a heck of a shot.
I think he's a little wide out of the hand there. He's close.
Yeah, his weight's coming down.
Yeah.
I think he's just got a guard though.
Yeah, and that's okay.
Oh, not even. Get over.
No, he's
Okay,
good. No drinks on him yet.
No.
He's good.
Well, really, Ontario 1 now has got to be almost all in. Either they could still run back that top yellow, just off nose, or they can play the double tap. Opens up the outside.
I like that double tap if he's playing it, because I mean, there's some.
No.
It's kind of framed for him to make it, and you might have to leave yourself something else on your last shot.
I think that's the call, Danielle. You called it. Doug took a look and reading it, and they indicated that's the shot, so they just want to.
See what kind of weight he's going to throw here.
Kind of have to hit it on the nose here.
You like that?
I think 2/3 almost. Not.
Yeah.
Well, just off nose.
Yeah, I don't think nose is quite right. I think,
No.
yeah.
Little high side for sure.
Yeah, I think so.
And get it going back in there.
Yeah.
If nothing else, long as you're high side, you clear up a lot of stuff. You might give yourself a shot on your last one.
Yes.
No turn push. He's going to want at least. He's got to make some noise. A little tight.
Little tight,
a lot
yeah.
tight.
Yeah, this is one of those ones you'd rather be outside than
Yeah.
tight here.
He's going to open up that red one in that 8 foot.
Well, he set himself an in off if he needs it.
Yeah, it's just for one, but you hate having to make those shots when you're looking against two. There's a nice little pocket one. I think what Chris called here, just to protect that red one a little bit, I'm
like the ice?
assuming. I think they need a little more ice.
Well, here's discussions here with his teams.
14 and a
more
half.
wouldn't hurt.
I think you're putting it here.
Yeah. Looking at a 15. 15 and a half.
That'll do it.
Yeah, you'd rather be on the broom side, right? You don't want to overcurl this, so.
No. Yeah, and all you
15
have
is
to do
okay.
is protect that outturn side.
Yeah, as soon as you're on, if you're on that 18-inch line, you're
And
fine.
I think they want, they signaled for a little more ice, and they've got it. So Shauna, yeah, well, talking to Ken, hit the outside of the broom, he says to Chris.
It's just a guide, right?
Yeah, that's right. Really is. Sometimes you get in the hack and you know exactly how you want to throw it, right?
Yeah, this is looking really nice, actually.
It should come back.
Oh yeah, as long
It'll
as it's
come back.
perfect. Yeah.
It'll come back.
Yeah.
As long as his weight's good.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, 14.8. Really nice weight. Don't want to frame. You don't want to set it up too much.
Whoa.
I know.
I think he's okay. That's a.
Yeah.
That's not an easy shot for Ontario 1 here.
No.
I mean, it is there again.
Yeah, it's really all he's got. It's that or that off is red one biting over on the far left-hand side of the sheet. He just threw this.
Absolutely.
I think so. It's kind of half rock.
You have to hit it on the edge, right?
Third of a rock,
Gotta hit it
probably
like-
pretty close.
Okay.
You gotta hit it here.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a little more ice than last time.
It's a big shot looking against two.
So final stone for Ontario 1 here, the third end.
I think anything outside a half rock or a little less will get them, at least hold them to 1.
Yes.
Maybe even make it
Yeah.
to get 1.
And it's on its way here. His line looks much better than the first one here, so it's got a chance.
This one's got to curl up just a bit.
It's going to be really close.
Oh, it's got to curl.
Oh, it's just,
gotta
oh, it just ran right there for him.
Ouch.
So it looks like it's a steal of 2 for Ontario 2 here and take a 5-0 lead after 3 ends.
This is it. It all comes down to this rock. The hours in the gym, the weeks away from my family. This is what I've been training for. And all those voices trying to tear me down, I'm here to silence them. We've given everything we have for a chance to get everything we want.
The sports landscape continues to change, and teams and facilities are under more pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. They need the right team to deliver their product. Look no further than IKS Live. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience across all platforms.
And welcome back. Ontario 2 was able to steal another 2 there in the 3rd end. It was a tough shot for Ontario 1. I mean, it was there, but it was a really tough shot. And unfortunately for Skip for Ontario 1 there, Doug, it just ran straight there for him and didn't finish up.
No, and I think anytime you're leaving a team a double push just to get 1, that's a pretty good spot to be. So
absolutely,
Ontario 2's pretty happy with that. We had mentioned a little bit earlier, Danielle, about the Canadian Junior Boys underway right now. And we do have 2 Saskatchewan teams there. Dirksen from the Martinsville, Saskatoon area, and Druitt. So they're in Pool A, and both are Saskatchewan teams. Dirksen is currently, well, he's guaranteed to make the playoffs as a 1-2 team as he plays Manitoba in his final game. And Druitt has to win tonight against Newfoundland. If he's able to do that, that'll put him in the playoffs. And then in Pool B, it's Alberta 1, Manitoba 2, and Nova Scotia. So they're coming down into their playdowns as well.
Great shot again here by Ken, the lead for Ontario 2, to keep those rocks in play there. When you're up 5-0 there, you want to make sure everything's nice and tight to the rings. Yeah,
no, he's been all over his draw weight, and you know, he's been in command of it. He's either top 4 or top 12. And yeah, you're right, Danielle. You don't want to be aiding the other team right now.
No, because as soon as you get behind the tee line there, that's almost a guard because they can play a freeze or a top game with it, and
or throw the guard.
Or throw the guard, and yeah. So just to give you a quick update as well too, British Columbia was able to steal another 2 in the 3rd end and have a 6-0 lead over Manitoba.
14.
14. So it's running pretty good here. We'll see what the time is.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I think Ken's he's had a real nice control of his draw weight. He threw that right up the stick.
Yeah,
so
that
his
looks
line's
really
perfect.
Good.
Draw.
Looks really good, Ken.
Maybe a little stronger
really
than
nice.
he might want.
13-2.
Oh, it's coming down.
13 and a half. Good shot.
That's perfect.
Great shot.
Right on the butt.
Great shot.
Take those all day.
Yeah. Update as well too. Quebec was able to steal 1 in the 3rd, and now it's all tied up after 3 ends of play, 2 apiece for Saskatchewan 1 and Quebec.
And I didn't see what happened with the Alberta 1, Alberta 2 game there. It looks like a couple.
Oh, and Martha's here just maybe got it going, flat handle there going to the wings.
Yeah.
That's just the way it goes sometimes.
Yeah, but Ontario 2, great chance to really clog up
14
this.
and a half is okay.
Yeah, so they're going to stick with the intern and take that path away.
Yeah.
Leave that run back, the short double. But again, you got to make it. So if Ontario 2, the line's good. Line's not going to be a problem. It's all about weight here. So
Yeah.
for Jeff.
Jeff's unfortunately had a bit of case of the heavies sometimes, but
Yeah.
this looks, well, 13-5. It's going to be close.
Yeah, he's just going to, he might rub off it.
Yeah.
Get out of the way.
Just a little deep.
Actually, it's
That's
probably
still a good shot, though.
Yeah,
Yep.
probably better there than sitting beside it. So,
Absolutely, yeah.
really no option, but
If you
for
overshoot
Doug
it,
to
yeah.
open this up now, things aren't certainly not the way you want to be right now. So Carl Allen throwing his out turn hit, trying to make a short run back. If it over curls a little bit, he's going to make some noise on his back ones too. So.
Just a little back on release there.
Might get lucky and make the double on the back one.
Yeah.
If it gets by it.
No, it's 9-9, so.
That works.
So decision time for Ontario 2 here. Yeah, I like this call going on this side now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
14 and a half.
Again, I think, well, if Jeff can kind of stagger this around that red guard in the top 12, that would be a tremendous shot for him.
Nice throw, nice rotation here.
Looks good, Jeff.
Actually looks really close for weight here. Good adjustment, I think he's got.
Yeah. Whoa.
13-4 though. Yeah, just a little deep again. Oh, that was so close.
Yeah, you know what? Now I think if Doug would have taken a second to look at that, where it was going to end up, he might have changed his mind on what shot to play here.
Right, those are both behind the tee line there, and you sit one on there. It's pretty tough for Ontario 2 to get it out.
Yeah. But he's elected to run back the red center guard again.
Yeah.
A little bit of throw. It's close. Real close. Just turn over. He's got a dandy. No.
Oh. Get the one on the house at least.
I got one, but still probably the worst case scenario for him outcome.
Leaving that guard there, so.
That's the danger of throwing that type of shot. Now you're leaving 2 in the 4 foot. And Shauna can put one up in the top 12, even short of the rings in that line.
Yeah, you almost want to get a little bit under that red guard there so they don't have that same run back opportunity.
Did it feel like that?
Gave you a quick update here as well too. Newfoundland Labrador was able to get their 2 in the 3rd and have a 4-1 lead over New Brunswick. This one needs to curl up and slow down.
Oh, sorry.
Well, I think
not a bad shot.
Yeah,
no.
That's great.
Yeah.
Good shot.
Yep.
Takes away the draw there, and so they're kind of forced to play that run back or peel.
What's that? Okay. Let's just draw it in then.
Oh, gonna play a draw.
They do have room
I like
on,
it.
Yeah, they have room on the intern, or you know what? There's still a hole there on the out turn. So you could play it either way.
Do you want to come this way or this way?
Out that way. What do you think?
Well, we could do this way.
Okay.
You know, it kind of gives yourself some opportunity because if you are ever a little
You want me to come off?
wide, you could chip that yellow over a little bit and
Not
keep your
too hard,
shooter in
though.
play, and it puts a little pressure back onto.
Yeah, you open up that double.
Yeah.
And then it's decision time for Ontario too.
Absolutely.
They can maybe play a hit and roll, or if he makes this perfect, he can be a little heavy and make this, so you can make this shot a couple different ways.
Good throw, Katie.
I don't think you hurt yourself either way throwing it this way. You either jiggle off that yellow one, or you jiggle off the center guard. It's going to hit that top yellow.
Yeah.
Or no, he's got the. Oh.
No, just 10-5, so he was a little strong. Is it going to use that?
Might stick for a biter.
Well, that's always good to at least make sure your rock stays in play.
Yeah, because there is a double there. So
Top 12, 14 and a half, 15.
Is the last one about 14 and a half?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's, such the difference. There's that pause after you've thrown it. And as a curler who's played with sweepers all the time, you're in a hurry. Or whoa, and now you're just watching the rock come down and still hurry or whoa in your mind.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Shawnee can come right on top of this and that. It's not a bad shot.
14-1.
So she's top 12, top 8.
Wow.
That's a pretty good shot. It's,
really good shot.
From where I'm looking, it almost puts that other one just edge on edge. There might be opportunity to come underneath.
You can come here.
That's really tightened up that area.
I think about 14.
Ontario 1
13 and
needs
a half,
to make
14.
a shot here. They're going to find
You're a little heavy
themselves
last time.
in a lot of trouble. This is one of those shots where you need to have it because it's a jump shot for you. If you can put it in and just happen to get around that top yellow one.
So looking for 14, he said.
He's heavy. But he might need it to get past that top yellow one.
Ontario 2 has an opportunity to put, or Ontario 2, has a bit of opportunity to put a lot of pressure here on Ontario 1.
Oh, yeah, this is, I think anything on top of those with that outturn. If Chris can execute this, he's going to put a lot of trouble. John's got to make he's got to make 2 shots just to get in there almost.
Trying to be here.
I suppose there isn't, looking at it from the angle there, there is the in-turn draw still.
Yeah, and you might be able to use that yellow just to chisel off
it. Yeah. You don't really need it, but if it does hang out, you could just skin off it right onto the button. Still not a good spot to be in.
No.
You're down 5 and you're looking at maybe 4 with 2 rocks to come. So big shot here for Team Ontario 2, just to get it in the right spot.
So first of the skip stones here in the 4th end already.
Yep. Chris is ready to go, throwing his out turn now, looking for a 14-15 second draw here. This line's good. He's got to curl a bit for him. It looks like he's got weight.
A little warm though, I think, yeah. It's trying hard to curl.
It's hanging out there.
It is 14-10, so.
14-3-7.
Yeah, it's trying.
Whoa.
That's what I got. What did
So a bit of an opening here for Ontario 1.
Yeah, they've got to get this rock in play, because if they don't,
is it easier to get
they
on the
may
other
not
side?
have an opportunity on his
I
last
think
one.
you can come in through here.
Okay.
You got this in your way here.
Yeah.
Either draw is accessible, and probably this one is probably the easier of the 2 playing the upturn. No, you just seen it.
Yeah, and the hole's bigger this way with the upturn for sure.
Yeah.
Biggest
You like
thing
that?
is he's got max ice if he's playing with weight.
Yes.
Might run and sit up and hit that top yellow one, which isn't the end of the world, depending on how thick you hit it. But I think you want to get in. You almost have to get shot rock here, because I don't know if you'd have a chance on the last one. So turn draw. Could have back 8 weight max, I think, but you certainly want to be here, but he's not right.
definitely there, I think. Here it's
Oh,
curling a
right
little
there.
early, though, isn't it?
Yeah, he's got the hole, though. Right
Yeah.
now, he's got the hole. He's got a good-looking shot.
13-2.
Great
This
shot.
looks really good coming in.
Yeah, great shot.
Fantastic shot there by
Yeah.
Skip Doug Morris of Ontario 1.
Yeah. So, you could play that in turn off your own yellow to get it out of there. I don't know if you could kill it. Or just come right down on top of it.
Just push it back a little bit. How does he, and then how does
Right, like you gotta
Ontario
clear that guard.
1 get there too?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, if you can get it just turn over a little bit under center,
Nice shot, Doug.
they can lie too. It'll be tough maybe, but pretty close. If you hit that hole with a bit of weight.
I'm going to try and throw a 13 here.
13.
So we'll push.
Rock location for the shooter here is important. So
Yeah, it's not how hard you hit this one. If you can hit it right on the nose, just slightly to center line side, I think you can lie to your undercover, which would be a very nice shot.
yeah.
Still make it a little slightly high side. Maybe it'd come back and not underneath. But if you can hit it anywhere side, center line side, he's going to be line a couple.
He looked like he was a little out on that.
Yeah. We've noticed Chris's rocks curl pretty good going
It's coming.
past, so
It's coming.
if his weight's close, it's going to
on
hang
our
out
guard.
there.
Gotta
Oh,
lean.
it's just staying out.
13.
Leaning.
It's got to curl. It got to curl. No.
Oh, just that
Ooh.
little enough out on it, hey?
Yeah.
So opportunity here looks like for Ontario 1 to get 2 points here in the fourth end.
It's definitely there. It's just freeze right down to your red when you get two.
Yeah. And you can get away with tapping it just a little bit just to make sure you have a little more room even on your shooter there too, I think.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, one lonely red one, and
Come down on top, Larry.
for Chris, unfortunately, just maybe a little bit back on his last shot. So it opens the door for Skip Doug Morris
sit on
of
top of
Ontario
ours.
1.
Hey, you gotta be.
Doug
you
and his
gotta bump
team
this one
curl
a
out
little
of the
bit,
King
eh?
Curling Club
Have to
in
bump it
Charlotte,
down?
Ontario.
You won't be second shot.
Okay.
You gotta just bump that one. Just bump that one out a little bit.
Okay.
this really was set up by Doug's
What
first
kind of
shot
ice?
here, so
Yeah,
Same way as last time.
Wow.
and they needed it.
absolutely.
It's 5-0. If you can get the pair, at least he's back in it. Certainly, if this little out-turn push. Don't want to be too heavy, though. You gotta be
No.
careful.
As we've seen this morning, poor Saskatchewan, when you're a little heavy there, you can knock yours out of the way, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And this is really right in that line there again.
Yeah, well, he's
Yeah,
pretty
he might-
safe. Oh, maybe you get it in off.
No. So Ontario 1 has unfortunately missed opportunity there, but we're able to get on the board, and Ontario 2 has a 5-1 lead after 4 ends of play.
Yeah, a real good force for Ontario too, and that's where you want to be going through the break.
Time to go home, kiddo.
Just one more throw, please.
Thank you for making moments like these possible.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You can throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
The sports landscape continues to change, and teams and facilities are under more pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. They need the right team to deliver their product. Look no further than IKS Live. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience across all platforms.
The Men of Curling calendar is back for 2024. 18 curling athletes from 4 different nations are raising money for various charities. Support them by purchasing yours today at curlingcares.com.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You can throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
Don't forget your brooms.
Yep, we got it.
Come on up. Well, what do you got? You got 1, you got 2, you got...
Just one more throw, please.
You make moments like these possible.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You can throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
The Men of Curling calendar is more than a date provider. Each edition is packed with beautiful images and tons of curling information too. Support curlers and charity by buying yours today at curlingcares.com.
Well, great news for Ontario 1. They were able to get on the board there. It was a bit of a missed opportunity to get 2 on the board, but nonetheless, they are on the board and they can shake off that hammer again.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to stop the bleeding and, you know, so to say, and then maybe just change your fortunes here and
keep chipping away.
Yep, that's right. Get a couple rocks and play again and get it started off.
Yeah.
So this first shot from Martha will be key. I think they're looking for a nice center line guard, and if they can get something going. Of course, I've said this all along. Ken's been really in good control of his draw weight and owning the top of those rings. So.
Give you a quick update on the other games. Saskatchewan 1 was able to get 1 in the 4th and are up 3-2 down Quebec. BC was also able to get 1 in the 4th, but are still down 6-1 to British Columbia. Things are tied up on Alberta 1 and Alberta 2 at 4-4 apiece. And Newfoundland Labrador was able to steal 2 in the 4th and are up 6-1 on New Brunswick.
Think us out.
So keeping things simple here for Ontario 2. And keeping everything nice and open if they can.
Yeah. Now Ken's been 100%, I think, on his draws today, and this will be the first hit he's thrown today. So in-turn hit, rock top 8. I like the call. I think you're up 5-1. You know, sometimes even your own rocks can get in the way. So
absolutely,
it's good. It's threw it well. Oh, it's going to overcurl on him.
We spoke too soon. Sorry, Ken. We'll own that one.
We jinxed you.
It's all right.
It's Danielle's fault.
It was an 11 though, so. But if that's your normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Try a guard, like same shot.
It's not the end of the world,
Whatever
though,
you did last
right?
time.
Absolutely.
There's one rock in play, and so you're looking at that.
I'll give you that.
Oh, it's gone the other way. Yeah. No, that's fine. Go right to the rim.
That is so interesting, the rock placement and chair replacements, and definitely comes with experience and trial and error. So great having all these teammates out helping each other out, and it is a team effort in more ways than one out there.
Oh, for sure. Just the interactions, you know, the reinforcement after shots, or hey, you got to do this, you got to do that.
They don't know what they're doing.
That's what being part of a team's all about. So it's nice to see. We give Ken the same shot.
There, he's ready to roll here.
Yes,
sure.
he's giving you
This way.
Oh, gonna play the other way.
Yeah, I think the thing here, Ken just make noise, even hit that top one. I think he's okay. He's going to hit something for sure. So he's got the top one. It's a good shot. He's going to hit and roll. It's going to be okay.
And nice to keep
Really
that
nice,
shooter
Ken.
in play there.
Great
So
Good shot, Ken.
Yep, great shot.
absolutely.
Yeah, so now Ontario 2, I think they're at the point where
Or you want to come around?
hitting rocks aren't an option for them. They're down 4 without, and they need to generate some scoring opportunities here. Well, with Saskatchewan now is 3-2, as you mentioned, Danielle, but big game for them, winning they're in kind of thing. And
Absolutely, and it's going to be hard for them to not look over the sheet beside them and see what's going on. You kind of have to keep your eyes on your own sheet here, or your own lane, I think.
yeah, that's the great challenge, is to keep your eyes and ears and everything between the boards here on your own sheet and stay focused on that.
And play like it's still just game one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, one advantage, certainly Gil and Maria have that experience, and they have maybe a younger to this experience or this level. Not that they haven't played last year, Moose and Cheryl, but certainly Gil's got the experience.
Absolutely, they all got the experience. Yeah. Yeah, Moose was part of their 2016, 2018, and 2023 championship team there. And missed opportunity there for Jeff. I'm sure he'll want that one back.
Yeah.
But you gotta shake it off though and get ready for your next one.
Yeah. And it's all, no different than throwing without a stick.
Oh yeah, you want
if you're a little down on that, even with the stick, you turn it over slightly. Makes a big difference.
I'm saying if you're on top, it's not a bad thing.
Just don't want those rocks curling one way or the other early. You don't want to be back, or you don't want it to start. You want to stay on your line. It's so important.
Second Carl Allen now. Looks like a really good shot coming in.
Yeah.
13-3.
13-3, so he's going to be sliding in there too.
Nice shot.
Really good shot.
So for Jeff, he's going to have the same type of throw. I think they're going to stay with the out turn. So if you can hit that on the nose, you'll be okay. Jeff Harris, second for Team Ontario 2. Team Ontario 2 curls out of the Toronto Curling Cricket and Skate Club. So big shot here for Jeff. Trying to see the release there.
I think he got it going just a hair again, actually, and just soft rotation.
Yeah.
But he's going to get
might get that
something.
Back one.
There, he's got one of them out. Bit of relief.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to hear some noise on the other end. I look for a minute, he might just tick that front one, and that would have hurt him. So at least to get rid of that now isn't a bad thing. I'm a little surprised by this. Ontario 1 is Doug's elected to make a play on this yellow one. I don't know if they need to do that right yet. But I guess not a bad shot, hitting line 3 and take your chances.
Not going to miss.
Inside.
Yeah, it's tight.
It's already curling.
Yeah.
I think we got a field goal here, unfortunately.
Yeah, Reed, as soon as it, he knew he was a little tight.
Yeah.
So it gives Shauna now that opportunity to just stay with the hit.
Yep.
Shauna was telling me about her curling facility there. She's quite excited about it.
9.5.
On Saturdays, they do have an open curling session for people to come try curling. They have all the equipment that you need and are always welcome and loving new curlers to come try it. So if you're in the area there of Toronto, be sure to check it out on Saturdays.
Yeah, that's again, I think this is a game where we want to see curling to rejuvenate itself and get back to where it was. And we need to get the young people out playing again. And I know, Danielle, you do a lot of work. That's a nice shot by Shauna, getting rid of one red. So now keeps 2 in play for yellow, and makes Ontario 1 with the determination. But I know, Danielle, you're a big advocate of getting young. You have a daughter who's in the 5th grade. And, really been promoting the Sunday afternoon curling that we have. And, you've been huge in trying to keep that going, and I know been playing a big part and just so supportive of everything we do with youth curling here in Moose Jaw. So thank you for that. And it's even with the U18s, I know you play a big part in just making everybody feel welcome and being a part of this club. So that's important.
Oh, thank you so much. No, it's we're very lucky here with our curling community in Moose Jaw, and I think people of all ages should always feel welcome here and all abilities. And I think sometimes when you can start opening up the door and getting whatever age into the door here and creating little groups, and it is definitely a community here. So
Yep.
Yeah, and you know, I guess back in the day we were fortunate we had so many people grow up with the game of curling, so there was curling families and it just fed. But that's not the case so much anymore. So we're fighting against everybody just to get them to come to our sport. There's club volleyball and all the other things. Another nice shot by Shauna here. So we got a wide open end. If I'm Ontario too, this is exactly what I wanted to see.
Absolutely. Based on how even the end kind of started here, I bet they're breathing a bit of a sigh of relief. And But at the same time, too, for Ontario 1, you know what? You did get things started.
Yep.
So keep chipping away here.
Yeah.
Lots of game left to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear Chris talking in the back there. Hey, that's all right. Wide open house and a couple rocks to go here. So.
I think that's the nice thing about our club here too. You know, Marie and Gil, they play in our cash league on Wednesdays, and you have your U18 boys participating in that league, and you have the opportunity as well too to see Gil and Marie play. And I'm sure the boys learn by watching these guys and have an appreciation for the skill and talent that they have for the game.
Oh no, absolutely. And well, I think we've all had that opportunity to watch our Saskatchewan team here play at this and see what type of skill level they don't miss.
No.
You know, they don't miss a lot of shots. They're if they're having a bad day, they're making some half shots, but they're usually right close. So.
Yeah, and they get a bit of a treat by having sweepers, or maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe there's times where.
Yeah.
So nice for Ontario 1 there that it just stuck on the rings there, back in the house there. So.
Yeah, but again for Chris Reese, the skip here for Ontario 2, just make it go away.
Absolutely,
I mean, I don't even think he care terribly if he sticks, but
no. Yeah, I'm sure he's actually probably thinking with it being back a house there in Ontario 1, you know, take some chances, but yeah, looking for the hit and roll out here is great.
Yeah. 9.5.
Yeah, so they're going to throw normal hit at it with Chris's in turn. I wonder what the mindset is. You know, with sweepers, you may be thinking, you know, sometimes I can be a little tight here. And
the tolerance,
yes. Yeah, and I know that you'll be able to take it, but with wheelchair curling, it's pretty much you
make it.
Yeah, you either make it or you miss it right off the get-go sometimes.
Yeah. So I think, yeah, for us with curlers that, you know, get to have the sweepers, you kind of really appreciate the abilities of these curlers. It
just floats.
They're pretty amazing out here.
A little piece, a little piece. Great shot, Chris.
Great shot. Good enough. Yeah. I think he was holding his breath there. It must have worked.
Yeah. Just came up at the end and push it out. So
great.
He'll take that, I think, you know, like we said. Just make it go away.
Yeah. And our rock catcher there. So thank you to all the volunteers and the officials out here for cleaning the rocks and putting them in position. And it takes a village to put these events on. And so thank you so much for everybody.
Yeah, no, it's great to see you.
Yeah.
So chance to throw that
yeah,
draw
put
again.
in the 4-foot.
Yep.
Good point. Put in the 4-foot.
So a little change of thought here for Doug. Carl said, you know, maybe you can't hit and roll out if it's maybe more in the middle of the rings. And Doug said, yeah, good point. So they're trying to play more to the middle of the house here, make the hit and roll out a little tougher for
Needs to grow some
Chris.
teeth here. Is it going to slow down? It's trying really hard. I think he's fine.
Yeah, he's right on the just behind the 60.
But to your point there too about having sweepers or not. Yeah, you put it in the middle of the rings there, and if you hit 3/4 of that rock, it's pretty hard to roll out without having sweepers. Whereas if it's on the edge, there's 3/4. It's a lot easier. So it's
a little more.
You talk about the strategy and rock placement.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. Now I think for Chris here.
Just make it go away. If you take one here, that's not the end of the world.
No, and it's an easy one, right?
Yes.
Too. It's, you know what, we're going in and we're playing 6, we're up 5. Really have control of the game. So
final stone already of the 5th end. Ontario Chris Reese.
He's tight. He's not going to miss it. He's got enough weight. He's okay. He's got contact.
But I think
that's okay too.
I think we're going to hit in 6.
He's going to hit it right on the nose.
What does that like?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's okay. Ontario 2 takes their 1 in the 5th, and they have a 6-1 lead at the end of 5 ends of play.
Yep, good for them.
You make moments like these possible.
The sports landscape continues to change, and teams and facilities are under more pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. They need the right team to deliver their product. Look no further than IKS Live. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience across all platforms.
And welcome back. Ontario 2 had an opportunity for a blank attempt, but at the same time, I don't think they're too upset by taking their 1 point and having a 6-1 lead at the end of 5.
No, I don't think so. And if they could replicate this and play into the rings, more than happy to play shot for shot and just trade shots. So you don't get hurt too bad typically when you're playing inside the rings and you can play hits. So.
Bit of an update here. Saskatchewan 1 was able to hold Quebec to 1 point, and it's now tied 3-3 after 5 ends of play.
13-3.
And for Ontario 2 there, they slide back the T-line there, but nonetheless it's still in the rings there. It's not a guard.
No.
I think in that situation that's where you definitely don't want to be, but.
No, and again, Doug has asked Martha to play into the rings here, so that gives Chris an opportunity to have Ken throw a hit on his next one. And if I'm Ontario 2, that's what I want to try to do right now. Just keep it as simple as we can and keep rocks out of play. So.
Another update, Manitoba was able to force British Columbia to 1 point in the 5th end, but British Columbia still has a 7-1 lead after 5 ends of play.
Yeah, it's kind of a similar situation to what we have going on here. I think they'd be more than happy to play in the rings. And again, winning, you're in there for BC if I'm correct on that. Danielle?
It all depends here. If Saskatchewan or Newfoundland loses, then they go to 3 losses here. But if Saskatchewan and Newfoundland win, and they stay at 2 losses, and then BC loses or wins over Manitoba, and it brings Manitoba to 3 losses, BC would have the head-to-head.
Yeah.
So, like I said, too, we'll wait for the officials here to see where the LSD standings are at.
It's 14.
So
good shot.
3 sheets and 3 big games.
So Ken still just commanding his draw weight, drawing that into the back of the button lie too. And again, that's where you want to be right now if you're Ontario 2. You want to be playing in the rings.
Yeah.
Keep it simple. They don't have hammer right now. Make Ontario 1 generate their points. So Ontario 1's going to have to do something. You're going to have to make a couple good shots just to get back in the game here. And Ontario 2's forcing their hand somewhat to, hey, we're going to play in the rings. We're not going to give you that opportunity. So.
Yeah, this is looking nice coming in by Martha. Starting to overcurl a little bit.
Yeah, she's coming over onto this back one. It's even going to overcurl on that.
Back
so
one, yeah.
There you go, Martha.
Nice shot.
Her weight was fantastic there, just a little overcurl.
Yeah.
14.5.
So Ontario too has 2 choices. You could play the hit, wanting to keep control of that control zone, and might be a preference shot here.
Well, you don't want to be light.
No.
So play that. I thought they would stay the course and maybe stay with the hit game.
And unfortunately for Jeff, he's just been a little heavy on his draws.
Yeah.
And that comes with feel. I mean, this is his first year at Nationals, so
Yep.
he's throwing them really well, and that just comes with experience. So.
No, absolutely. And you know what? If you're going to miss, that's maybe not a bad spot.
Absolutely. Again, you'd rather be that than a guard.
Yeah. I mean, Ontario 1 can make a nice shot here. And he'll have a double no matter what, or a shot at that, right? So.
Update as well, Newfoundland Labrador was able to steal another one in the 5th end, and they have a 7-1 lead after 5 ends of play over New Brunswick. It's another opportunity here for Ontario 1 to make a freeze attempt on the ones in the back of the house there.
It's a nice looking shot. It's coming right in.
Yeah.
Just going to be a little tap, so it's that's a pretty damn good shot.
Yeah, really good shot.
I like the nose hit here on that. Get rid of that one yellow. Yeah. And even over curl and just slightly roll on top of that red one. It's not going to be the end, but they've elected to just draw on top of it. So going to play to the middle, and not a bad shot.
There, he looks a little better on the stick here.
He's got lots of weight though.
Yeah, it's trying to come up.
It's gonna touch that red one.
Yeah, it's coming.
Curl, curl,
Come
curl,
on,
curl, curl.
get
curl.
over there.
Really nice.
Pretty good shot there. Looks like Ontario 2 is counting 1. But if you're Ontario 1, you're pretty happy with those rock locations there with them just behind the tee line.
Yeah, no, it's right now. I think
let's come that way.
just play another little jiggle.
I think so.
Freeze in there, freeze into the pocket. Yeah, those 2 rocks right now aren't hurting you.
No.
So if you can make a good one, that'll protect that one red rock that you just throw, or just about to throw here. So Carl, no matter what it will give them, I think if he makes a decent shot here, a shot at 2. For sure, you know, when we get down to skip rocks as the end progresses.
So it's the last of our second stones here in the 6th end already.
I was just noticing the length of Carl's stick is maybe a little longer than we see on some, and everybody maybe has a preference.
Yeah, there's definitely a range when it comes to your length of your stick there. And he looks like he's a little bit taller than the rest of his team here, so that could be why his stick's a little bit longer and has a little more leverage.
Yeah, and it's all, at the end of the day, you have to have that.
Call a timeout.
Yes. Oh, we got a timeout for Ontario, so let's hear what Coach Graham McCarroll has to say for the team here.
Yeah. So Graham McCarroll certainly is going to have some good advice, and we'll get to listen in on it. Graham was a world champion, played 3rd for Wayne Middaugh, and just in the Ontario heydays with the Howards and Eddie Wernick.
My worry is this is how we give up big ends. I'd like to take a go at those reds. Just so. Yes. Yes.
You gotta get Jeff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Throw the input, it's gonna run straight, right? Come up just there. So
Well, they were all behind the tee.
I know, but we're up 5. We can't be letting them build up.
That's how we give up.
We've done it again and again, and that's, they always backfire on us every time.
Okay. Yeah, we're playing the scoreboard.
Okay. All right.
Scoreboard tells you.
Okay.
Basically, if you hit and flop towards your other yellows, you're going to make the double.
Yeah.
Right? But it's not imperative. You can nose the red and leave it hanging around. It's not a big deal. But ideally,
as long as I get one of them out.
On that stripe, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, they just look bad down there. Like, I'm seeing too much red.
Do you prefer your intern?
No, I'm.
Your intern. Your intern. I know. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, no, come down. My usual because.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
9.5.
Yeah, 9.5.
Yeah.
Have I been getting my 9.5?
Yes, you have.
Okay, then that's.
Okay.
I'm good for that.
Good.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Really good discussion there by the team and coach, and just confirming, play the scoreboard. Absolutely.
Yeah, my takeaway through the whole conversation is the scoreboard's telling you what to do right now.
Yeah,
and
it does.
And it does. It's screaming at you right now to play the hit.
Well,
they can't score or get anything on the board if those rocks aren't in play.
Okay, now I gotta make
I think Chris in some ways was thinking Was thinking a bit of a draw game there, but I think scoreboard dictates.
Yeah, and sometimes you get too comfortable. Hey, I've got shot rock, or I'm lying to, but you're one shot away from having 4 scored against you.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
Shauna had made mention. I, certainly haven't been able to watch all their games this week, but it's caught up to them in the past where they've, leave rocks hanging around, and so it's maybe cost them some games. She's got a real good-looking shot here.
Yeah.
Real good-looking shot.
And such positive talk, like, have I been throwing my 9.5's good? And it's yep.
Yeah.
So then as a thrower, you have that confidence going, I got this. And you know what? That's a really good shot to get one of those behind the 4-foot gone.
Yep. Doesn't hurt you, and the way it's sitting right now, that yellow's still going to maybe come right back onto that red rock. Maybe not, I guess, looking at it here. But yeah,
but it might.
Yeah.
It might. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't hit it the right way. And
draw
just to
down,
confirm
eh?
there about Carl's stick
Draw
there,
down.
there is a
Yeah,
range
come down to
of
it.
length that these curlers
Kinda wait.
have for their sticks, and they
I
always do
think
actually
about
get measured here
13,
before their
13
events.
and a
So,
Okay.
but yeah, so just because he is tall does not mean that's
No,
his length.
yeah.
But because he is so tall, he can get away with probably having
Yeah.
the largest type of stick that you are able to have.
Yeah.
This looks like.
Come on.
Has it got the legs?
It's going to be really close. I think it's going to overcurl though and hit his top red one.
Yeah. Oh, what a great attempt there by third. Reed Mulligan there.
I think you throw the same thing here.
Yeah.
If I'm Ontario too. Like.
And look for that little flip over
Take this
again.
out.
Yeah. Yeah.
You just did it.
Just did it, and actually you can. Well, the way your 2 yellows are sitting too, it's a nose hit almost, just center line side, and they're both gone.
Yeah.
So make this hit and roll over to that other red one.
Looks like a pretty nice throw by Shauna here coming down.
Yeah, she's got a little bit better line even on this one. She's gonna make a double one way. Nope. Just missed. No, great shot.
But a great shot. Great rock placement there.
Yeah. No, you're lying 3 red and you've got a red one behind you. And
Yeah,
one off to
absolutely.
the side that can jam right into it too. So
So yeah, Ontario 1 here has to kind of get things moving again around that button area to open things up for themselves to get, maybe try and get those other 2 red counted, hey?
yeah, you still have to keep hitting and you somehow figure out a way to get those into play.
Yeah.
But one little miscue now though, and it's advantage Ontario.
Oh,
too.
I don't think he likes that throw. It
gonna
looks
do
really
something.
good coming in though,
Yeah,
actually.
Yeah, it's going to do something.
Well, you know what? It's Ontario 1 is 1 double away from, it was nice that he was able to.
I think he really wanted to stick around on
He
that.
did. That's the shooter's nice there. Yeah.
Keep his shooter in play, and now
Get this and roll in, and
yeah,
Ontario 1 is kind of scrambling again.
yeah.
I'm not guarding. We're playing the scoreboard, Kenny.
He already had his discussion with his coach here.
Yeah.
Hit.
Yeah. Well, it is right now. No matter what happens, even if you give up 2.
Right. Right. Yes.
Quite honestly, even if you gave up 3,
Yes.
it's not the end of the world. But you want to stay away from those bigger digits. But yeah, you hit this red one. What do they have, right? It's a tough double to keep your shooter. I suppose a little bit off nose, but it's not a gimme.
No.
And
no. So we're on Skip Stones of N6 here.
oh, Chris is in tight.
He's
though.
a little snug.
Uh-oh.
Oh. What's we got here?
Oh, yeah, he's,
You might hit the
Unless
hole.
we get
Might
a
make the
ricochet
double
here.
to the other way, yeah.
Oh no.
Super unlucky.
So opportunity here for Ontario 1 to hit in line 3. It's not an easy hit, but definitely Doug does have the opportunity here to hit in line 3.
Yeah. that being said, there's nothing out front, so for Chris to come back, there will be opportunity to maybe make a double. No matter what, there will be a shot.
What's the worst case scenario? You're up. You're up 2, playing 7 with hammer.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you were to tell someone at the start of the game, that'd be the situation. Be like, I'll take it.
Yeah.
So.
Nice thing here is too for him. If he plays the same shot, if he can hit and turn back over, he's rolling in front of 2 rocks, and
absolutely, he still might be able to force here.
Yeah, Doug's got to make a shot to get rid of that.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, this is over curling, I think.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's hit the wall.
Oh no. Just probably a little soft weight there, and they really curl off the center there. So his rocks seem to be curling today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and whether it's just coming out of the handle a little different.
Yeah.
But that was his chance. Not to say no. Chris has to come back and execute this, but
yeah, he needs to rebound from his last one and learn what he knows.
Yeah.
Do you like the ice?
Again, I like the way they played the
Same
end.
way.
There's nothing out front, so
absolutely.
You know what? It's just get lined up, throw it, make contact here, and make him do the work still to get his 2-ender.
Absolutely.
If he hits and turns over, he's in great shape, I think. I think for Chris, what he may saw, early in the game where we got out on this path, some of the rocks were running straight, and I think that was just the way they were coming out of the stick, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, certainly you don't want to be wide here.
No.
But he's
I
over on it again.
I think he's tight again.
There's enough weight.
Is it going to hold for him? It's trying to back up there for him, but. Oh, it was just tight out of the hand again, and just opportunity here for Ontario 1 to get their 3 here in the 6th end.
Just miss. If that touches, he's got the double.
He does, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh. But I think, like I said, worst case scenario here, if Ontario 1 gets their 3 here, Ontario 2 is still up 2 with hammer.
Yeah.
How's that look?
I like it.
So he opened up the ice a little bit more here for him.
Make sure you're right to the front.
Yeah.
Well, for Chris Reese, certainly both those rocks, you didn't want to put zeros up on your shots, and unfortunately for him, he did. Otherwise, I thought they played it right. They played it exactly the way they should.
Oh no, and he got this a little wide here.
Little back, but that does curl here.
He's trying.
It's coming.
Keep
Here it
talking.
comes.
Keep
Here it
talking to
comes.
it. Keep
He's
talking
got a
to it.
piece. Might roll across the face, but he's got his deuce.
So Ontario 1 here ends the 6th end, scoring their 2, and are still down 6-3 after 6 ends of play.
The Men of Curling calendar is back for 2024. 18 curling athletes from 4 different nations are raising money for various charities. Support them by purchasing yours today at curlingcares.com.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You can throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
The Men of Curling calendar is more than a date provider. Each edition is packed with beautiful images and tons of curling information too. Support curlers and charity by buying yours today at curlingcares.com.
And welcome back. Ontario 1 should be happy there. They got 2 in the 6th end there. They did have an opportunity for their 3, but nonetheless scoring a big 2 there and with 2 ends to play.
Yeah, it was important for him to put up a crooked number in that end. And I think now for Ontario too, as they had said during their timeout, play the scoreboard. Here, if they get one, they're 4 up coming home. And it's a pretty good spot to be in. So still like that approach. I think that's the right approach for them going forward here as well.
Absolutely.
Playing 7. What do we have over on the other sheets there, Danielle? Any update?
No
that I can
updates
see?
yet that I can see. Yeah, no updates. They're starting the next ends here, but I'm not sure what happened for the score-wise. But as soon as I have that information, I'll let you all know.
Kenny's throwing really well, eh?
Yeah, just commenting there. Kenny's throwing really well. The last game we saw too, he's a steady Eddie out there and playing really well. Got that good touch for weight.
Yeah, he's been
Great.
all over
It's like a
the,
takeout
you
to
know,
me.
the rings, top of the rings and stuff.
You got this, Ken.
Yeah. Always something, you know, a little different. It doesn't matter what sport you're playing, when you change the way, whether you're offense or defense, sometimes teams have a hard time adjusting from, hey, we're all offense to start the game. Now we have to take a more defensive mind. And you'll see hiccups.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
It's got to hold it.
He's okay.
Oh,
He's got a perfect shot here.
Great shot.
Oh, maybe not just enough weight. Nonetheless, you've moved it off the forefoot.
Absolutely.
You
I
know,
was just going to say, yep, that control zone is wide open.
Yeah.
Right in.
Just a little shy, you know, short of the weight he maybe asked for, but I'll take that.
Absolutely.
You know, the house is wide open, and you really, my first comments were, I would think if you can get one here, and just the fact that it's wide open.
So chance for Martha to replace that stone, and bit of a flat handle here though, so the weight's going to come off a little bit more. Looks pretty good though.
Yeah, and if it can die, they can't hit it. So now what is Chris going to do? This is the first time we've had this in a couple ends now where we went back to a guard. So he's going to go back into the rings.
Yeah, he could hit that open one.
Yeah.
14.
But maybe sometimes you have to play to your strengths here.
Yeah.
And as we've seen, Ken is really good with his draws.
Yeah, he's been money, and why not here?
Oh, I missed that one there for time.
Yeah, his line's good. I think Chris had mentioned 14, so certainly the surface is holding up, and if we're getting a 14-second draw right now, Ken's got a real nice looking shot here. Right on the pin. Perfect.
Great shot. That's a great location. I mean, you really don't want to be right on the button, because that makes that little tap a little bit easier for Ontario 1. So that's a great location.
Yeah, and he's slightly under, so for Ontario 1 to make a play on it, they're rolling open.
Yeah.
You like that?
I think here we got maybe some Reed's asking for a little more ice, and maybe they're going to play it a little softer. And I don't think you need to be in a hurry to kill this yellow shot right now.
No, if you're Ontario 1, you want to keep those rocks in play.
Yeah.
Update here, Saskatchewan 1 was able to get their 1 in the 6 and have a 4-3 lead over Quebec after 6 ends of play.
Oh, tough break for Carl.
Oh.
Just his weight was there. It was, you know, it was what you wanted.
And as well, too, Manitoba was able to get their 1 in the 6, but are still trailing 7-2 to British Columbia after 6 ends of play. And Alberta 1 was able to steal 1 in the 5th and are up 5-4 on Alberta 2.
So Jeff Harris just trying to draw one in, playing the intern, trying to come around that short Red Rock out front there.
Nice throw, nice rotation.
Yeah, actually a little split here won't hurt him.
That'd be really nice.
Yeah.
It's starting to slow down.
Nice weight.
Oh, fantastic weight. I bet he'll be
Yeah.
happy with that. Like I said, he's been struggling with that draw weight there, so nice to get that top 4 weight.
Yeah.
I didn't understand the call. 'Cause
And New Brunswick was able to get their 2 in the 6th, but are still trailing 7-3 to Newfoundland Labrador after 6 ends of play.
Because they've got, I believe,
So there's definitely some tight games going out here, especially with Quebec and Saskatchewan 1 and Manitoba, BC here. So I think the biggest one right now with British Columbia and Manitoba, with BC winning 7-2.
Nice shot.
We will hopefully find out what the LSD records are, because if Saskatchewan loses, those 3-game losses sure changes things.
Yeah, sure will make things
you got this, Chef.
muddies the waters, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Give me a 9.
So an intern hit for Jeff Harris.
He's a little wide on the stick there. I think he's going to be... You're probably hoping that for a field goal here. Well, oh. And unfortunately, he chiseled that yellow stone, so Ontario 1 is line 2 now.
Yeah. But I think it's hit. You know, you got to keep hitting here.
Yes.
You're only a little quarter rock double away from line 2, so
absolutely.
Just keep playing the hits. Shauna's been, you know, she's really been throwing her weight nice and getting it on line really well. So give her a chance and see what she can do here.
Yeah, that's right.
That looks like a pretty good throw. Carl's maybe a little strong. He just
a little deep, yeah. Is he gonna hold?
No.
No. Oh, darn.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's sat down for force shot.
No, I'm not sure.
Take
So
this
this time
out.
we'd like to thank Curling Canada for giving Moose Jaw the opportunity to host this wonderful event. Thank you to Carl Moose Jaw for hosting and the volunteer support, as well as Tourism Saskatchewan.
that?
Visit Moose Jaw and Sask Lotteries. Day champion sponsors Dr. Lee Trong at Main Street Dental, First Steps Wellness Center, and URO Medical Supplies. Friends of the Championship, Family Pizza, Motion Cares, Fishes Drugs, Moose Jaw Express, Dr. Angela Lavoie Medical Professional Corporation of Bougar Industries. Thank you all so much for your sponsorship for this event.
Good line.
Yeah, no, again, you know, to hold an event like this, you need the people. You need the people to sponsor it, and you need the people to come out and be volunteers. And we're lucky we have both. So it was a great shot there by Shauna.
Absolutely.
Yeah. A little unlucky on the one in the back sticking around,
Yeah.
but
That and roll.
puts him in short rock.
It starts opening up that 4-foot for Ontario too here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, and I think for Chris, that's again, just if he can get his mindset, you know, whether it's a hit or just a straight draw, score 1 here.
Absolutely. Well, the good news for him, that was that yellow-red combo on the side is wide open too if he ever needed to.
Yeah. Reed's he's certainly gonna, probably not gonna get the hit and roll under. It's gonna leave Shauna basically the same shot.
Yeah.
Might jam on that back.
Oh. But I think Ontario 2 on the side there is shot over that one there now.
Yeah, no, so it did get enough of a tick.
Yeah.
2.
Okay,
1, 2.
no problem.
Just confirming the
Yeah.
rock placements.
I think for Shauna now, if she can
He's-
hit and
yeah,
turn
he's
over and roll way over there,
Nice round 4.
would be a nice shot.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Such a great teammate Shauna is. She's always smiling and being so supportive, and no matter what the situation, she's ready to go. And
Yeah. She's been throwing these into hits really well. And she's going to be okay here too.
yeah.
Just
Just
curl up a
just
little
bit
bit.
more.
Oh, didn't get the double, but got the hit and roll. But
I think Ontario One on the back here is maybe shot.
Still shot, but not a, you know
Not
what?
by much.
Not by much. And now, well, Ontario one has to make a shot, right?
Absolutely.
I was thinking draw down to there.
Yeah, okay.
What do you think?
Well, is this shot? Or you
No,
want
that
to call
one's
timeout? Let's call
that
timeout.
one's shot now.
Timeout?
So
Timeout?
yeah.
Maybe
Time
timeout
out.
here. Yeah.
Timeout. So we
Timeout
have
for Ontario 1 here.
Ontario 1, and it'll be interesting to see what their thought process here is. They have options, I guess. They have the short run back. I don't like that shot necessarily. They have the come around on the red, or
This is shot rock.
come around those two.
Which one are they saying is shot? Is it the red?
Yeah. The
Okay.
the red.
Shot.
Oh, he's saying the top yellow is.
No.
Oh, wait, this is
No, red.
I
shot.
think red is.
Yeah,
Looking at the handle.
this shot? Isn't this second shot? This is a shot.
that's shot.
What do you think?
Well,
Oh, you're right.
That's
You're right.
important
It
to
is
know.
shot.
Yeah, there we go.
You're
Okay.
right, it is shot.
So now they can figure out what their game plan is here with Coach Bruce
Right.
Gorsland.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we've
that's
made
only a
that
quarter of the
mistake
rock.
last
Yeah,
game
okay.
we did together.
So you wanna just come
Danielle.
Oh, there's Bruce.
And it actually,
Oh,
Good.
so they've
So we
already
think
down
we're
to
pretty
30.
sure ours is shot
Here
there.
to see. You have to say here.
It would take a measure, but not one there. I think we should just come down and come around
Or go the other way.
Yeah, come
from center out, try to sit here behind your.
or go the other way. Or should we go the other way?
Either or.
Okay.
You got to be on the 4 foot on either side, so it's.
So
You got about the same amount of room to draw. I think you'd want to be in front of the tee line, right? Or
I think that would be the best place to go.
either side.
Yeah.
Same spot on either side, whatever you feel
Okay.
is.
It's just I think it's easier to get behind this one for
Yeah.
protection. We'll be right out in the open there.
If you come in this side, if they're trying to run it, you might jam it into here.
Yeah.
I guess the only reason you would go the other side, you could split the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they got hammer,
Yeah.
so it doesn't matter really.
And then
need
if you
to
put
just
it here, they'll try to roll over here as well. So
I think the
it's
best-
either or you're comfortable.
yeah. I think the best thing to do is to put it here. Try and hide it here. I think we can hide it there.
Good discussion with their coach there. They know what the
Okay.
shot is. It's a draw. It's just a matter of which way they want to take it.
What
Sorry?
kind of ice?
yeah. Right. I think this is in the
Yeah, I'll
intern
take a
draw
look around
around
there,
that
but
top
let's-
red
yeah,
one.
let's see.
That's a good call. It's risky in that, you know,
What do you
it
think,
does
13 and a half?
give the angle maybe on a double coming
Maybe
back.
less,
But
eh?
at this point, you're down 6-3. You just got to make a good shot now.
Yeah, you kind of have to take some risks.
Yeah. And it could
Where's
work
my
in your
stick?
favor as well,
Oh,
right?
okay.
It could jam onto that yellow one and leave you line to and roll out. So you got to make shots, and
Yeah.
this is one of those times
All
where,
right.
This is why the skip gets paid the big money, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's good, Reed.
So they tell us.
Are you sure?
As long as you're full to the room, you're good.
Okay.
Here's the game plan.
I'll. Okay.
So first of skip stones here in the 7th end already.
Yeah. And you know what? Every shot's big now as we come
We're gonna draw in.
down to the last two ends. This line's good.
Next shot.
Should be good.
And then we're gonna draw in again.
13-8.
Back 8 foot. That's really swinging out.
Really
That's
coming down hard. Oh.
A little too late.
Jeez.
Hey, look, just a little soft rotation on that. And so when you throw that little soft rotation, they just kind of walk over and lose their weight. So
Yeah.
big opportunity here for Ontario too.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
they could be lying 3 at the end of this.
Yeah. I like it too. You know, yes, there's an intern draw on the other side of the sheet, but you hit it, make your shot, take your chances here now, and you're always going to have something no matter what coming back. Worst case scenario is you're looking at 1 red shot rock.
Yes, compared to 2.
Yeah.
That makes a big difference, right?
Yeah. Now, Chris was tight on both his out-turn hits. Out, maybe not. We weren't quite as far out as this, but really in the same line coming home here. So see if you can get that out to it.
Yeah.
Last thing you want to do is curl up and hit those, jiggle those top red ones around, and somehow do something where you make a shot for them.
Absolutely.
Get on there.
There, now we're getting set up, ready to go. So first, have skip rocks for Ontario 2 coming down now.
Out-turn hit, I3.
Nice snug again already.
Yeah, you're tight again.
Yeah.
This could be.
Well, you might get lucky.
Might get
Let's
it.
see, might get lucky.
He's going to get real lucky.
Oh.
Okay, that'll do.
Sometimes you have those plan Zs and they just work.
It's my first lucky shot of the tournament.
Well, a lot of people wouldn't have played it that way, Chris, but well done.
Yeah, he'll take it.
You know what? At the end of the day, they don't ask how many you count, or you know how you did it. Yeah. They just put a number up on the board.
Yeah.
I'm a little surprised by. I think Doug's drawing here,
You like that?
or is he playing the
What?
run back?
You like that?
What am I doing?
Oh, I just
That's a
draw.
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, that's better.
You got backing?
Yeah, that's true.
So this is the game right here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But he said that he has backing. I mean, yeah, if he ends up freezing on the back of that red one there, that's going to be difficult for Ontario 2 to get multiple scores here, depending where it goes.
I'm curious though if he froze.
Would it be? Yeah, I
Would
don't
he
know.
be shot rock? I don't know. His line's good. He's got lots of room. He's got the weight.
That was a good shot, Chris.
This looks really nice.
It's close. It's gonna be shot rock.
Yeah.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Really good shot.
Yeah.
It is accessible for.
Yeah. It's one of those shots too. I mean, you're playing the hit.
Oh,
2 or
absolutely.
3.
And it's for 3. Make it go away, even roll out, you get 2, and that's the game. Worst thing you want to do is curl up and hit that top red one. Ideally, you wouldn't hit it very thick, but
okay. Can you see all of it? Just a nose hit would be awesome. That's all I ask. Yeah.
This opportunity here for Ontario 2.
And then it'll be
Yeah,
a big
Chris
shout
is
out
just
to
getting ready
Toronto
here.
Cricket Curling and Skating Club and our
Final
sports
stone of the 7th end.
And to our family.
Skip
Oh my God.
Chris Reese, Team Ontario 2. This is pretty much the game here.
We've been
Chris
having
makes this.
incredible support this year.
The team from Ontario, from
We would like to
Toronto
finish
Curling,
strong
Cricket and
for
Skate
the
Club
fans.
will have a big win, being able to knock off their
We're just
partner
focusing only on this
provincial
one.
team.
It's all about this
A
one
little
game
bit of
because it's a
revenge from the
grudge match.
provincial championship.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We waited the whole tournament just for this game. Just for this game. We did. But
Oh no. He just got it wide here.
It's got a
No handle.
No handle.
There's
Is
no
he going to get
handle.
something here though?
What is
I
that?
think he
Gonna
is.
get? Is it?
Maybe get
The
a
tick
plan
double.
Z again?
Are you kidding me?
Oh
That's
no.
another complete mess.
When
Okay, I
things
think
work for
that
you,
is
things
the
work
one,
for
but
you.
Let me have a good look.
I think
I
it's
would
2.
like to look at those.
It's one for sure, but
Yeah.
We can move this one out.
Is it articulating properly?
I'll find out
Yeah,
right away. Quick results here. Newfoundland Labrador was able to win 8-3 over New Brunswick, and British Columbia was also able to win over Manitoba, and Saskatchewan was able to steal 1 in the 7th and have a 5-3 lead over Quebec playing 8. So are we going to measure here?
I think we have a measurement for 2. 1 was huge, but
yes.
Getting 2. I'm just trying to look over the Saskatchewan sheet. Quebec Red Rocks, and there is 1 in play in the center line area. They're just trying to draw around it right now as we speak. So they came up light. They rubbed on the front guard. So we're on second rocks over there right now, and it's 5-3, which is a big game. If Saskatchewan can hold on to win this game.
All right, so they got the measurement out here. So it's just at the top of the notch there.
Yeah, I'm thinking yellow.
I think so. Oh, got the
Too much glare.
Too much glare.
Yeah, it's yellow.
It is yellow, so it is 2 yellow. So it is an 8-3 lead for Ontario 2 after 7 minutes of play.
I think that's it. It's fist pump time.
Everything I've worked for, everything I've sacrificed, has led to this. It's out of your hands now. All the gold medals in the world can't help you now. You can throw the perfect rock and still miss, but it just takes one. You leave it all out there on the ice to leave behind a legacy.
The sports landscape continues to change, and teams and facilities are under more pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. They need the right team to deliver their product. Look no further than IKS Live. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience across all platforms.
Well, sometimes you're the bug and sometimes you're the windshield. And right now, Ontario 2 is definitely winning those wick-ticky break moments and was able to win the measurement there and get 2 there in the 7th and be up 8-3.
You know, I think you curl long enough, you're going to have those things go for you, and you're going to have them go against you. And, for Chris, right now, that worked out. You couldn't ask for any better. I mean, got 2 tremendous Plan B shots, and it worked out really well for them. So hard to come back now. 8-3.
Okay,
Again, the scoreboard's screaming. You got to keep playing the hits, and for Ontario too.
Out to the wing.
Just got to make some shots, and it's,
either way,
and they'll
Whatever
be shaking hands with the win.
But talk about great camaraderie. Look at out there. They're all still smiling no matter what the score is and joking around with each other and much respect for each other. So.
Yeah, oh no, absolutely. And on this now, for Martha, she's had a really strong game as well. And Ken Gregory's played really well for Ontario too. And Chris is just asking for him to throw it through the rings here.
Through?
Yeah.
Update on Alberta 1 and Alberta 2. Alberta 1 was able to steal a nickel, a 5 in the 6th end, and lead it 10-4 after 6 ends of play.
Okay, go for an 8.
Yeah, it's anytime you can get 5, you'll take it, but you get them in those late ends. That usually pretty much sews it up for you.
So we've got 3 games left to play here. With BC knocking off Manitoba, that brings the 3 losses back into play here. Once we find out what the head-to-head records are here for Saskatchewan. They are up 5-3 on Quebec, so that's going to be a big game there.
Yeah, 5-3, and Quebec does have a rock at the back 12-foot, and Saskatchewan has shot rock in the 8-foot, but we're on 3rd rocks now.
Well, you were heavier.
So Quebec's got a rock in play, so and
Okay.
they've got plenty of guards, so a couple good shots, and they're back in it there.
Yeah.
Chris is still just asking Ontario here. Let's
Just pretend
let's
like
throw
you're
it
hitting that
through.
squash
Right now,
ball at
those 2 aren't.
+57.
they're not hurting us. They've got to get 5 in the rings, so 5 in the rings just to go the extra end. So an easy shot here for Jeff, and the next one he can line up and
was about 8 seconds.
try to make some noise.
Nice weight, Jeff.
I think that's how you want to play it right now too. You want your weight to be firm. You don't want anything to stick around. So keep that normal up, peel weight.
13.5.
So I will have to wait for the standings here as to what's going to happen, say, if Saskatchewan ends up losing, as Manitoba actually, yeah, I will have to wait for the LSD standings, as I think it looks like it's split between all those teams.
Okay, Jeff.
Take out.
You're 8.5 seconds special.
9 seconds.
Okay, 9 is fine too.
Yeah, I like Ontario too. Just throw it hard here. So for Jeff Harris, you're just trying to make one of the, if you hit something, they're gone. And he's going to have a nice looking shot here. He's got 2 of them. Oh, not quite. Maybe he pushed it onto the rings. Spoke too soon.
I'll give you a little more.
Carl Ellen's last rock here, the 8th end. Carl's the second for Team Ontario 1, and again, Team Ontario 1 curls out of the King Curling Club in Schomberg, Ontario. Throwing an intern draw around that Ontario 2 center line guard. And he's got lots of weight. They need this one to slow down. Just goes out. So with 4 rocks out of play, there's still one, I guess, which is splittable, but could throw them all against the boards right now and still might only go the extra. Shauna Petrie, the 3rd for Team Ontario 2. Shauna's had really good control of her hits. Typically been throwing intern hits, so this is one of the first outturn hits we've seen from her. She's certainly had very good command of her hit weight and their line on those.
Just a little wide on that there at release.
Be
but
okay
she's gonna,
though.
yeah, she's good.
Come on.
Yep.
And it's, oh.
Nice
and
shot,
they both
Shauna.
spin out. Fantastic shot by Shauna. So if I'm doing the math and location of the rocks, what do you think, Rod?
I think it's, I've never been able to see a skip or anybody promote a rock from outside, so I think they're done.
It is handshakes, and it is an 8-3 win for Ontario 2 over Ontario 1.
It was our turn. Yes. You guys beat us 2 times in a row.
Yeah.
So thank you, Rod, for joining me again on the mic here.
No, thanks for having me. And I was just listening to Shauna there and just mentioning, hey, you beat us 2 times in a row. It's our turn. So
that's right.
Good for them.
Yeah. So thank you, everyone, for listening and joining us for the draw. We'll be back tomorrow morning with the semifinals, and I'll have a special guest joining me.